everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Wapo, the tutorial boss, and with me is the guy who said, look, Trips, I get it. She's the boss's daughter, but it's going to be okay.
Was I wrong?
No, you weren't wrong. Power couple. So I know what you guys are thinking right now. Guapo. What is with the Metallica shirt? That's not a wrestling shirt. Yeah, it's not a wrestling shirt, but it's 735 and 3/4 degrees in West Texas right now. So you get the Metallica shirt. We need to talk some wrestling. There's been some things.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I figured that this was a slow week.
No. Before we do, though, of course, got to get into the thank yous. Thank you to Ross and the boys from Labor 12 for our intro-outro music. Track's called Head Rush, album's called Monsters. If you haven't listened to it yet, I don't even know what's wrong with you anymore. Been what now? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, something like that.
I mean, it's getting close to 4.
It's getting there. Well, you should check it out, and if you want to check it out, you haven't done it yet, I'll tell you what. Go to labor12.com, laborxii.com, and check out what they got going on, because they got their second album coming out. They got singles, they got videos, all the things. Thank you to Joe and American Legacy for the Not Your Average merch, hats, skull caps, beanies, bandanas, shirts, keychains, all sorts of good stuff. Thank you to J-Rebs 3D Printing for this little piece of awesome right here. You've got something. I got to show it off a little bit. Hold on. Look how cool that is.
Very cool.
Isn't that pretty awesome? So I'm going to tell you right now, if you've got something that you would like to have in a light box like this, get with my boy Cameron. He's going to hook you up. Check him out, jrebs3dprinting.com. Thank you to Blind Ambition Studios for our awesome graphics. Thank you to the WrestlingSociety.com for including us in their podcast room. And, of course, the one who makes everything work except the audio, apparently. So I'm just kidding. The one and only, the guy. Patrick, thank you for what you do. And you may ask yourself, what is it that Patrick does? Everything. He does everything. He's the guy.
He does website, Discord, BCW website. He does the.
Did you see that?
And holds a camera every once in a while.
Did you see that really, really cool commercial for a show that just happens to be coming up this Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, the guy did that.
I'm aware.
So, Patrick, thank you for everything you do. If you haven't done it yet, go out, check out our website, www.notyouraverage.mark.com. Check out our Discord. You can find the link for it in any of our socials in the About section. We do watch-alongs for Raw, for SmackDown, for PLEs, for NXT. We've even done one for the Clown Show. Why?
Just because we said we could.
And so I could hear Mark Briscoe say he needed to have a talkie talk, which I use on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get too deep into things, want to say what's up to Erin Marie. She's in the chat. Want to say what's up to Darkside. Glad you could make it in. Let's see.
Who's what?
We got one right here, but I can't read it. It says I made it in this week. Who is that? Elsie. What's up, Elsie? Glad you could join us tonight. This is a wrestling podcast. Why don't we talk about some wrestling?
Let's do it.
Right, so let's start with some SmackDown.
Okay.
We started SmackDown with a celebration of your new WWE World Champion, Sami Zayn. Surprised everybody.
Yeah.
Got the win at Night of Champions. 1, 2, 3. Quick roll up on Cody. And new WWE World Champion. I'm happy for Sami. Like I'm glad that Sami got where he needed to be. Of course, he didn't get to talk very long before there was a bit of an interruption. Out comes Cody Rhodes, out comes Jey Uso, both of them saying, I should get the shot. I should be the one that gets to take on Sami Zayn for the belt. And Sami don't care. He's like, whatever, y'all figure it out. Did they figure it out? No, they did not. But Adam Pearce did. And I know what you're thinking. It's SmackDown. What do you mean, Adam Pearce? Adam Pearce working both shows because Nick Aldis, he got in some trouble.
Yeah, apparently it is not appropriate, even when provoked, to put your hands on a wrestler.
Somebody who has a little bit of knowledge about being a general manager, I cannot say that I would not have reacted the same way.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You think so?
I think so. Just saying. Because I'm the general, you don't put your hands on me. I'm the general manager.
Unless you leave a giant handprint in the middle of your chest.
Look, we've said out of this, okay? We've had our problems. We still have some problems, but we're working through it, all right? Damn it.
How's that counseling session going?
Not well. So, Pierce figures it out, says, you know what? This is easy enough. You think you get the shot at the title, you think you get a shot at the title. So, main event tonight, the two of you are going to go at each other, and the winner gets the title shot.
We're not going to talk about it. We're going to fight about it.
Yeah, we ain't talking about it. We're going to be about it.
Well, you know what? Honestly, in that whole segment, it was really genuinely nice to see that Jey Uso was really happy for Sami Zayn getting the belt.
If that was put on, it was very convincing because I too believe he was genuinely happy for Sam.
Well, why wouldn't you be?
Well,
He is a Zeus. You know.
Okay, so I'm going to throw this out there. Sami Zayn may be the most well-rounded champion WWE's ever had. I see the look on your face, and I bet everybody else got the same look on their face, but I'm going to explain. Nobody represents more groups in professional wrestling than Sami Zayn.
I mean, you're not wrong.
He's Syrian.
Mm-hmm.
He's Arabic.
Mm-hmm.
He's a ginger.
Mm-hmm.
He's apparently Samoan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Canadian.
He's Canadian. He represents everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, good on you, Sami Zayn. One of the most well-rounded champions out there.
Absolutely.
So we get into our first match, and it's one that you had to know was coming. If you watched Night of Champions, you knew this was going to be a thing.
Oh, yeah.
We get Charlotte Flair, Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, going up against Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Michin. Been waiting for this one. Oh, I'm looking over at the chat. Christy Mason joining us. What's up, Christy? Glad you could be here. She says, good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for coming on, giving us another great wrestling conversation. You guys rock. No, Christy, you rock, and it's our pleasure to be here to do this. So both sides got some shine time in this. I'm not gonna lie, this was not my favorite match of the night. It seemed a little clunky to me, but everybody got a chance to shine, and it was easy for me anyway to tell that Jade Cargill, Misha, and B-Fab, they have been teaming for months now.
Yes.
And it's really easy to see that when you put them up against three ladies who are absolutely talented, but don't usually tag together. Because the chemistry just wasn't there like it was for Jade Cargill and Creed.
I mean, it was Charlotte Flair. There's only one person that Charlotte Flair has good chemistry with as far as tag teams.
Blister! I can't believe we call her Blister now.
Jello.
Jello says, I can't see Sami Zayn without seeing him get beat up by the jackass guy. Okay, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So many years ago. Let it go.
You should channel your inner Elsa. For Patrick. I mean, the match is what it was. It was good to see. You go into this, you see the teams, you would kind of expect the face team to win, but Jade and Crew get the win after Chelsea takes Jade. Chelsea sold the hell out of that, I would just like to say. It takes us into Rey Fenix versus Vikingo, and this is exactly what you would hope for with the names that are in this match.
Oh?
Absolutely. Little known fact. Give you a little trivia out there, a little knowledge. A lot of people have overlooked the fact that both of these guys are AAA champs.
Mhm.
Of course, Ray Phoenix is the cruiserweight champion. Vikingo, the Latin American champion.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got two champion caliber AAA wrestlers in the ring right now. And so you had to know it was going to be good. Country Devil Bill Donovan. Look, you.
We're talking SmackDown.
Welcome to the show, Country Devil Bill Donovan. Glad you could be here tonight. Nice. Okay. Where was that? Got me all flustered, got my blood pressure up.
Latin American champion,
Yeah.
Vikingo.
Okay, so these guys had one of those matches that, for me, you can tell the chemistry they have. You can only get that kind of chemistry between people who know each other as well as those two. Guapo's not trying to speak. Guapo's speaking on his own show. So when you have your own show, then we'll listen to you speak. How about that?
He's just having fun.
I'm sure he is. We're having fun. Again, glad you're here. But these two know each other. They've got history, years of history. And it shows in this match because the movement, like, it is almost like a dance. And it worked really, really well. In the end, Ray Phoenix gets the win, Mexican Muscle Buster. I like that move. I think it's the spin and the drop. It works very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
We had a segment after that. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes. As much as I do not like him, having Little Yachty speak for Trick was kind of fun.
Oh,
I thought it was kind of fun. Because Melo comes out and he's like, look, you make everybody else fool, but you ain't got me fool. So it's like, you can't talk to him. You want to talk to him, you talk to me. I just think it was a cool little setup.
mm-hmm.
What I didn't like about this segment is that you could kind of tell that they were holding back a little bit. I don't know if it was they were told, hey, keep it nice, or what it was, but you could tell that they were a little restrained.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine the back and forth between Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes? Unscripted, unrestrained,
Heated. Well, these two, I mean, they tore it down whenever they did this in NXT.
Yeah, absolutely.
And whenever we get this, we are going to get it tore down smooth again. And that just shows what kind of caliber of athletes that these guys are.
The new crop, the new blood, if you will, that's in the WWE that's come up from NXT.
Let's not use that term.
Let's not use that term. But you know what I mean. This younger generation that's come up from NXT may be the most TV ready, well prepared group of wrestlers out.
Kind of the greatest of all time,
John Cena?
allegedly.
John Cena?
No, Shawn Michaels.
Oh, that guy.
You know what? I have my personal issues with Shawn Michaels, but I can tell you, as far as the work rate goes and everything else, that man has his things together.
Oh, he does. I would now.
But the deal with Trick and Carmelo, I loved the final words of this whole segment. I know you like the back of my hand. It didn't stop Carmelo though.
True. Fortunately, the audio keeps cutting out for me, but I came by to say hello. All right, so we're gonna hold on for just a second. Hit do finger puppets or something. I gotta unplug my microphone and plug it back in. A little bit. To Brie Bella versus Laney Reed. Sean approved. Look, I don't much care what Country Devil Bill Donovan has to say, but this one time, I'm gonna kind of agree. He is getting a little long in the tooth, is Shawn Michaels. A little bit.
J-Reb's getting long in the tooth for the 36th month that he subscribed.
3 years. J-Reb's been here rocking with us. J-Reb, love you, man. Thank you so much for being here. And you know what? Pawpaw thing is important. I know a thing or two about doing the pawpaw thing. So understood. Let's talk Brie Bella and Laney Reed.
Okay.
It's wild to me to think that this is the first singles match Brie Bella has had on SmackDown in almost a decade.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
It's a whole lot longer time than J-Reb's been subscribed. But he's working on it.
Apparently, there was something that happened on the screen that you might have missed. Because Teresa says, "Is that a new drinking game? Take a drink every time LA Mike shows up on the screen?"
No, it is not. Absolutely not. You're not trying to get the audience hammered, Patrick. You and I are going to have some work.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So let's talk Laney Reed for a second.
Let's do it.
The youngest member of Fatal Influence.
Mm-hmm.
One of the youngest people, short of Javon Evans, one of the youngest people on the roster.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, putting her with Brie, a veteran, somebody who knows the business, knows the ring really, really well, knows ring psychology.
Yeah.
Great move.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't really know how long Brie Bella is going to be around. But
I gotta pause. Teresa is not helping you at all. Says that I'm just drinking Dr. Pepper, so no getting hammered here.
fair enough. I'll allow it.
You'll allow it.
But anyway, we don't know how long that we're going to have Brie Bella around.
Very true. Very true.
It may be we may get another year. We may get 2. But
we may get 10.
Whichever. She has one of the sharpest minds in wrestling.
Yep.
That is in her ear all the time. And let's be honest about it. I mean, you have somebody with that kind of knowledge. It needs to be passed down. It needs to be given to that next generation. So we actually have those things that don't get lost in time.
All right. So sorry, I've been watching the chat, and up there in the top of the chat, remember how you told me I had to be nice? I got you. Country Devil Bill Donovan saying that the pictures of LA Mike popping up makes him want to quit drinking.
Well, I guess it's a positive for some people.
I guess so. See, helping people didn't even know it.
Well, I kind of do that.
Yeah. So it's kind of a thing. So Laney Reed not only gets to work with a veteran like Brie Bella, but gets the win. Now, granted, there were some shenanigans, some skullduggery, perhaps even a little tomfoolery that led to such a win.
No.
Yes. But it's a win nonetheless.
Very much so.
So good on Laney Reed and good on Brie Bella for putting her on. Because there was a time, not that long ago, that things like that didn't happen. Takes us to our main event, and you may be thinking to yourself, what do you mean main event? We're already at the main event. Yeah, we're already at the main event because this was the first 2-hour SmackDown in quite a while.
Yes.
So we get Cody Rhodes versus Jey Uso. I've said it before, last couple of shows, and I'll say it again. I like it when they give things time to cook. And they gave them 20 minutes to do it.
Yes.
And 20 minutes to those two, that's all the time you need. Of course, they're former tag team champions together.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I can't think about them as tag team champions and not picture the presser.
Can you see what he's saying, sir?
You feel me? You feel me? Do you feel him, sir? Yeah, they were a bit inebriated. Had some, or how did Cody say it? They partook in some libations.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were not drinking Dr. Pepper, Teresa. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but they were definitely not drinking Dr. Pepper.
Might have had some Dr. Pepper in it, but I think it was mostly Wheaties.
Pretty much Wheatley's, yeah. But you can tell how well they know each other, not because you've seen them together, not because they were tag team champions, but by the progression of the match. They started out very respectful with each other, and the longer the match progressed, the more aggressive both of them got.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was really, really well done. Answer that.
I should answer that.
You should answer that.
Pardon me, guys.
Like people don't know we're doing a podcast. When you've got Cody Rhodes and you've got Jey Uso, you know you're gonna have a good match. Cody gets the win. Now the whole point of this match was to find out who was going to face Sami Zayn for the title. Well, everyone's saying I like Pepsi better. Well, it was. It's kind of right here: Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, all three of them. Cody gets the win. Now there were a lot of people that were upset about this. Oh no, here we go. The Golden Boy is going to get the title back. Blah 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 blah. So it becomes a question at that point. Then we will find out on Raw. As far as SmackDown goes, it was good. It wasn't great. There were some things that I had problems with on it. But I do get extra points for going back to 2 hours. Country Devil Bill Donovan. Now that he ain't there to stop you, so if you will indulge me just a moment, everybody else that's listening, I got to take care of a little personal business here. Bill Donovan, Country Devil, you deal with a bigger devil. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Decides first off to, get involved in things he shouldn't get involved in, so he got thrown out. We're talking about Country Devil Bill Donovan. Got involved with some things he didn't need to get involved with and got tossed from a match, which he still seems to be a little bitter about. All the flavors in the world, he chooses salt. He teams up with one Rick Elzie in the Elzie administration. All I can say is, you know what you're doing. Nothing ain't bigger than me.
Rick is.
That's what I said. He made a deal with a bigger devil, and I mean that in every way.
Damn. Low-hanging fruit much?
It's there. I got that out of my system.
Do it.
We just got through talking about how great it's going to be. Cody Rhodes gets to go against Sami Zayn for the title, except, however, comma space.
Space. Yeah.
Hunter shows up and takes Cody out before we can even get started.
Yes.
Haven't even started the show yet, and Cody Rhodes is done. Bleeding from his ear. The shot when he's trying to get in the car and Gunther kicks the door, that was solid.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was concerned that perhaps they mistimed that.
That brought me back to Cody's brother and Larry Zbyszko.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. So, what are we going to do next? Cody Rhodes is hurt. He's in the main event. He's supposed to go against Sami Zayn for the title.
Well, I believe someone who will remain nameless for this moment in time.
Yes.
Said that he would be around next time a title shot fell from the sky.
He did. We got Jello saying Raw was so disappointing on so many levels. We're going to get there. Don't you worry. So, starting the show off with Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
Good. having LA Knight interrupt and turning him loose with a microphone, better. I really enjoyed this. I liked it. First off, like before LA Knight ever showed up, having Seth throw a little bit of truth out there by calling Roman the chosen one, even if he couldn't wrestle his way out of it. Like I like that they're keeping it personal.
I like that they're keeping it personal too, but let's talk about wins and losses. Let's not throw the curtain open for everybody to see.
They have this show called Unreal.
I don't care. This is Raw. This is not Unreal.
This is fair, but still, you got to admit it was a good line.
Okay,
It keeps it, and today's viewer is well aware. Like, kayfabe is a dying thing. It's not dead, but it's dying. Life support.
I'm going to go get some more batteries.
Okay.
So that way, when they decide to pull the plug, we can at least try to keep it going for a little while.
So, LA Knight comes out. The whole thing he did, of course, you remember last week, Seth comes out and says, "Hello, brother." And Roman says something about a little brother and all that. The whole brother thing that LA Knight did.
Brother.
That was
Let's go to the barber, brother.
we could say
Brother. We can get our beard trimmed the same way, brother.
it was so funny. I popped. I thought it was great.
It was really good. LA Knight loose on a microphone. Even if he stumbles on his words, he always has something else to keep that ball moving.
No, absolutely. What do we got here? Country Devil. I'm not even going to ask about the batteries. Sounds personal. We're talking wrong. The thing. LA Knight cut a hell of a promo.
Mm-hmm.
But Seth Rollins, being who Seth Rollins is, turned the entire tide of it with 2 words. You done? Like you just felt the air come out of everything he did. LA Knight had just done by Seth going, "Are you done?"
Well, I mean, you're a pawpaw.
I am a pawpaw.
So when the kiddos fall down on the floor and they start screaming at the top of their lungs, throwing a fit because they didn't get that cookie that they wanted.
We have a place for that.
But don't you just look at him and go, "We done?"
I do.
It's the same concept.
Story time. So my grandson, 2.5 years old, he's at that age where sometimes things don't go his way and he likes to throw a fit. And when that happens, we have to remind him that we don't throw fits at Papa's house. If we're going to throw a fit at Papa's house, we do it in our room. And I will walk into his room, set him on the bed, he'll throw his fit. And when he stops, I'll ask him, much as Seth Rollins did, "Are you done?" And he says yes. And I say, "Okay, well, let's go back in here then." That's just kind of the thing I do. What do we got here? Teresa says, "Same in teaching. Can't tell you how many times I said, 'Okay, we done now?' to my students." Yeah. As a teacher's husband, I've heard it 100 times. My wife telling students, "We done?" Teresa, thank you for what you do as a teacher, by the way. Overworked, underpaid, even during the summer. But everything that happens in this first segment, I love it. I love everything about it. And I like the fact that Seth tells LA Knight, once I go, like, I ain't got time to think about you right now. I have a title match with Roman Reigns. But I'll tell you what, once I beat Roman Reigns and once I'm champion, you can be the first person I'll put in the dirt. Okay. So I loved everything about the start of the show.
Absolutely. It was, I mean, you put 2 guys out there that are really good on the microphone, and you're going to get a good entertaining segment out of the situation.
Absolutely. Speaking of 2 guys who are good on a microphone, we get a segment between Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce that didn't start out that way. Adam Pearce is getting on to Gunther. What is wrong with you? And here comes Nick Aldis. And I thought there for a minute, ooh, it's fight night. Let's go. But no, that didn't happen. Nick Aldis gets pushed back. Gunther leaves. Smart move by Gunther. Adam Pearce is like, are you trying to be like suspended forever? It's like, no, I'm trying to protect my brand because you're screwing it up. You just got my champion hurt. And so they have kind of a tense moment.
How did he get his champion hurt? His champion's still in the main event of Raw.
Well, his champion's in medical right now because he was bleeding from his ears.
But that guy ain't got the belt no more.
No, I understand that, but that guy's supposed to be going against the guy with the belt.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in medical right now. Jello says it didn't happen yet. I like the what's the best way to put it? The spirited Nick Aldis. I like angry Nick Aldis. Like he's been to beat somebody up, and I hope it happens at SummerSlam. I hope it's Nick Aldis and Gunther unsanctioned at SummerSlam. Give me that.
Yeah. I am all for that.
So we have new World Tag Team Champions, Street Profits. They wanted that smoke, and they got it. But they have to go up against the Vision again. You know, they get their rematch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on paper, this was already a good match. No question about that. Tez, Dawkins, they are probably in the best shape and doing the best work they've done ever. And then, of course, Austin Theory, Ron Breakker. I mean, added to the fact that Paul Heyman, before the match, says, bring something to me worthy of your wise man, or don't come back to me. Theory is like, wait a minute. So we get the back and forth in this match that we think we're going to get. I mean, of course it's going to be good. I went into this one looking at previous trends, like the way WWE usually does things. And I think we all assume that the Profits are going to win this match, even if it's by DQ, which was solidified even further when Logan Paul comes out. Logan Paul, sneaky little devil, got some brass knucks. The ref says, "Oh no, give me." Ref takes him, but Logan's got another set. Give him a Braun Breaker. They get taken. They get thrown off to the side of the ring. So I'm expecting the DQ. Didn't get it. What I didn't expect was Maxine Dupree to come out and hit the low blow to cost the tag champions the match and new WWE Tag Team Champions. Breaker and Austin Theory, the Vision.
Playboy Austin Theory.
No pressure. Pressure's the pressure.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You're right.
Now, I would like to make mention of the fact that Maxine looked a whole lot like Liv when she jumped up on Austin Theory.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest talk, everybody's asking, what did her husband think about that?
I saw the clip of what her husband said.
What her husband said.
That was great. I'm proud of her.
With Jello said with Maxine, Theory is punching way above his weight. You know, I'm not going to disagree. Timu Liv and Dom. I like that, Teresa. That's good stuff. Timu Liv and Dom. I mean, you're not wrong.
He does not have that good of a mustache.
That's true. His mustache is not that good. To the match. I love that Paul Heyman is like, well, this was a step in the right direction. At least somebody here is trying to do things to get back to where we need to be. And Austin Theory's like, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. And Paul Heyman looks at him, points at Maxine, says, I was talking about her. And walks off.
I'm really enjoying. Okay, Paul Heyman is always the guy that is. He is not the alpha in the situation. With Brock Lesnar, Brock's the boss.
Mhm.
With Roman was the boss.
Mhm.
With Division, Paul did the switchies.
Yes, Paul has done the switching. And I'm here for it. I think it's great. Because it's showing cracks in the armor. Because they're like, wait a minute, the wise man's man. What do we do?
And he is gaslighting the crap out of them guys.
Yes, he is. Well, I mean, he's got a beast at his back. What does he care if they're mad at him? That takes us to the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Sol Ruca versus Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel, of course, getting this opportunity after winning a match on Raw last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like once again to point out that Io Sky is adorable.
What?
I see the look on your face. Why did I say Io Sky is adorable? We'll get there, I promise.
Okay.
At first glance, this looks like a bad day for our girl Sol Ruca because Raquel is big and mean and gets business done in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But she proved why she is the IC champ in this defense.
Okay.
And I was very impressed with it. We got the great moves from Sol Ruca that only Sol Ruca can do to outmaneuver Raquel's power.
It was a lot of avoidance.
It was, but we got the power from Raquel to slow down the crazy moves. I love the balance these two put together. I know it sounds like it's not much, but in my limited experience in the wrestling world, because I haven't
You've been doing this very long.
That kind of balance is hard to find. It's either I'm overpowered or I'm getting in on my moves. So the balance that those two had was great. So kudos to both those ladies for that. Liv and Roxy get involved, which brings out Io Sky. Yep, still adorable.
Okay, I see what you did.
I just want to put her in my pocket. She's so cute.
She may fit.
That's I'm saying. Put her in my shirt pocket. Every now and then somebody will say something. She'll pop out and go. Be great. Right. So after Io takes out Roxy and Liv, Soul hits the Soul Snatcher, gets the win 1, 2, 3, and still Women's Intercontinental Champion, Sol Ruca. This is a great.
She did a good job.
She did. Jello says it's the one bright spot in a disappointing Raw. Look, we're getting there, Jello. We're getting there. So we have the announcement of a gauntlet match, and it's got everybody talking. Ethan Page, Dragon Lee, Rusev, Dirty Dom, Chad Gable, Joe Hendry, and Javon Evans in a gauntlet match. Winner gets to face Penta for the IC Championship at SummerSlam.
Should be interesting.
Look at the names in just that match.
That's about the most understatement I've had all year. That's going to be hot.
It's going to be epic. Absolutely. If you have to look at that list, 7 people right there, who'd you pick? Who's going to win?
Ethan Page.
Me, I look at that list and I can't tell you who's going to win because I could tell you why Ethan Page should win. I could tell you why Dom should win. I could tell you why Joe Hendry should win. I could tell you why Javon Evans should win. So for me, it's hard to say, oh, this person's going to get that match. And that's what I love about WWE programming right now. Is you just can't tell. I think it was Jello that said Monday night that we'll come up with 37 different scenarios. WWE Creative will give us 38.
Well, I'm going to give you a little food for thought on this situation.
Let on me. What you got?
Rusev is one of the first people in this in this gauntlet.
Mhm.
And he walks through, I say walks through, but he gets the win, and he's going out there several times, and then Ethan Page walks out.
I think you and Jello are thinking about the same. Jello says it would be great if Ethan Page and Rusev came out number 1 and number 2.
If they came out number 1 and number 2, that's just
That's what I'm talking about, though. There's so many different scenarios that this could play out, and all of them make sense, and all of them be great, and none of them are right because they're going to throw another wrinkle in there that's going to surprise us all.
So, who's your guess for number 1 and number 2?
I would say who I'd like it to be is Chad Gable and Ethan Page.
I believe we're starting with Dragon Lee and Javon Evans.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I could see it. All right, so Paul Heyman, Obafemi. We need to talk about things that are great. Paul Heyman comes out and does Paul Heyman things. Brock Lesnar. He's the beast. He's great. He's going to win. You can't win. He can't lose. Blah blah blah. Paul Heyman stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes to leave the ring, and that's when Obafemi's music hits. And that's a bad day for the wise man, the advocate, the oracle, whatever the hell he calls himself today. It's a bad day.
Very bad day.
Because I don't want to be in the ring with an angry Obafemi.
He was wearing the blue pants.
He should have worn the brown pants.
Yes.
Here's my thing, and I know you're talking about, leave the curtain closed for a little while, but I am going to pull the curtain back just a little bit. I do not care that Paul Heyman works with Obafemi as far as his promos go.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody knows, anybody that's seen the Chris Van Vliet interview knows that Paul Heyman works with a whole lot of people backstage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that Paul Heyman helps him with this stuff. The delivery from Obafemi, top notch. And I love everything about it. Even like Jello, Oba's mic skills are incredible. When he delivers a line like, tell your client I'll see him in hell, you just sit back and you believe it,
There was one other line in that promo that I had to go back and I had to listen to.
Okay.
You are a head without a body. Oh, you were a mouth. Yeah, you were a mouth without a body.
Yes.
You're a mouth without a body. Mouths need to be fed. But how are you going to feed yourself when you don't have a hand?
You don't have a head.
No, he said it was hand.
Okay, I heard head.
That's why I said I had to go back and listen to it, because head didn't make sense.
Now,
Hand does.
Now here's the cool thing about this. So Oba's using what Brock did. Brock, of course, said, "Kids, hold your ears." Brock said, "Talk shit, get hit." So Oba's playing off of that, and then Heyman turns right around and plays off of Oba's line and tells Oba that Brock is the mountain you cannot climb. He is the beast you cannot conquer. So he uses Oba's line like it's magic. It really is.
It was a good back and forth.
It was.
But I'm really enjoying Obafemi on the mic, and
yes.
I believe that when the changing of the guard happens, he is going to be the guard.
Yes, he is. I agree with that wholeheartedly. So the Paul Heyman can sell without saying a word. His facial expressions. Now, you could tell when he was scared of Brock or of Obafemi. You can tell when he was, ready to get up in his face talking about Brock Lesnar. He can sell without saying a word, and I love that. I think it's great. But speaking of sells, That takes us to our next match. Chad Gable and Dragon Lee versus Ethan Page and Rusev. Ethan Page is easily one of the best sellers in the business today.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're working with Chad Gable, you're working with Dragon Lee, it's easy to find those moves that you can sell to a team. And that's what I liked about this. Good match all the way around. While they both teams looked good, they had a great match and all that. The thing that got me was this moved storylines, and not just one.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the first one, which is Chad Gable is here backing the Luchadors.
Mm-hmm.
He's showing his respect for the Luchadors. That's the way that's working. Lucha Devil Bill Donovan, he's quite a large fellow. Paul Heyman's a large fellow. Oba Femi is a giant. So that's the first storyline. The second being the aforementioned upcoming gauntlet match, because all four of these guys are in that match
Mm-hmm.
as singles competitors. So having two teams together before this happens next week, good move in my opinion. And then lastly, Ethan Page, Rusev, whether it be together or as singles, they've lost a few. Right? They've lost a few matches. So the win they got gives credibility to the heels going into a big match. Again, pulling curtain back a little bit, talking shop. But giving them the win, not just their beat, but giving them this win going into this gauntlet match, it gives them credibility. They're contenders now.
Yeah.
So that's what I liked most about that. Jello saying all the people that have recently come up from NXT are great sellers, and they put something weird in the water down there. Have to, because I agree. The sells from the people that have come up recently from NXT are second to none.
Well, working with William Regal and Matt Bloom.
You make a very valid. Joe Hendry came out at the end of this match and got beat up and stretched out for his troubles, which he's another person that's in this match. So that's why they're building the match up correctly, in my opinion.
Did you notice something?
What's that?
Paul Heyman is immune to the magic of Joe Hendry. He said his name and nothing happened.
He didn't show up. Nobody clapped. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that undisputed WWE Championship. Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes. Wait, hold on. AP said Cody Rhodes is not cleared. He's not going to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
But he also told Sami, you're having a title match. So let's stop and think about this. Cody's not cleared. AP said we're going to have a title match. We're in Chicago. Like, could it really be anybody other than CM Punk?
No.
No, not at all. This was a decent match for what it was, but it has a lot of people asking a lot of questions about the outcome. Before we get too deep into that, the match was great. Let's talk about the match. The match was great. Like, there were 10 or 12 almost pins, falsies, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
There were 10 or 12 of those that had you going, and that's the hallmark of a good match.
With Sami Zayn hit the GTS.
Yes.
And then hit him with that blue thunder bomb.
That was it. It was like, ooh.
And he kicked, and I was like, ooh.
And then Punk comes through with a haluva kick. Like, that. People are on the edge of their seats, and this is the hallmark of a great match. And CM Punk and Sami Zayn had a great match, even though I know some people didn't like it. So we had all those fake finishes, but Sami's had the belt for 9 days, so he's not going to lose it, right? Right?
Wrong.
Punk gets the win after a brutal match, and people are losing their minds. Jello is people. Jello is the people that are losing their minds. Not happy about this.
I want to put it into my perspective.
Okay.
Whenever when I listened to other podcasts,
Right.
and we did right. So whenever we're discussing the whole Sami Zayn thing, I'm like, I really hope that we get a good run out of this. You know, we get this whole last good guy situation to where we actually get the fans behind him, and we start putting bigger and better competitors up against him, and he keeps overcoming the odds. But back in reality,
So let me give you a point to consider here. They did not, even though a lot of people are saying this, they did not give the belt to Punk because they were in Chicago. Although a lot of the same people that are saying they gave the belt to Punk because they were in Chicago are also saying they gave the belt to Sami because they were in Riyadh. So, but they did. That's not what they did. If the past 2 or 3 years have proven anything in the WWE, it's the Trips and the creative team know what they're doing.
mm-hmm.
And I would love to hear anybody say otherwise. Look at the last 2 to 3 years since Trips has taken over and tell me they don't know what they're doing. So I have to agree with something you said during the watch along on Monday.
Okay.
I think you were absolutely correct. The fact that they took the title off of Sami after 9 days of being champion and put it on Punk allows for a full-blown heel Sami Zayn.
Mm-hmm.
No more the last good guy. He's not the last, now he's the worst of the worst bad guy.
Still think he's going to keep that moniker for a while because they're making merch.
True.
But the best villains have no idea that they're the villain.
Do you know what the coldest thing I heard all week is? There's a picture of the shirts that Sami had made. WWE World Champion, the last good guy. Somebody had put a picture of it up, and all they did was put above it limited edition. That is the coldest shit I've heard all week. That is just dirty. All right, so what's Yellow saying? All the people have recently come up for. Oh, where did that? We all hoped it wouldn't be Punk, but it was. We all hoped Punk wouldn't win, but he did. I did not lose my mind. I was just very disappointed and didn't understand why. He will fight turning heel, but will eventually fall. See, I think Teresa that you're right. That's the direction we're going with this. I'm a Superman guy. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. I'm a big fan of Superman. But I'll go out on a limb and say that Batman said it best. You either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain. And I think that's where we're going with Sami Zayn. And I think that one of two things happens. Either Sami Zayn goes full on heel and goes on a tear, or the crowd's behind Sami Zayn, and this is what we use to turn Punk heel again when he goes against Cody. Because that's coming.
Cody was named the number one contender and did not get to have his match.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have Punk Cody, but Cody's QB1. Cody's the babyface. So how do you turn Punk, who's also a babyface, heel? I don't know, maybe take the title off the guy that spent 10 years trying to get it and held it for 9 days? Just saying. Triple H and creative know what they're doing.
Now we get to watch and wait.
Yeah. Sit back and enjoy the show. All man managed to surprise me not once, not twice, but thrice.
Okay.
Therefore, I am giving it an A. Teresa says, saw a theory on Facebook saying Cody will turn here. we've been calling for Cody to turn heel. Everybody been looking for Cody Lander for about 2 years now. I don't know when they're ever going to pull that trigger, but I don't think it should be now.
This moment in time, both CM Punk and Cody Rhodes are in the top 5 merchandise sellers.
Yes.
At this moment in time, Roman Reigns is one of those 5 as well.
Yes.
Do you know who the top merch seller in WWE is right now?
Is he very nice? Very
He
evil?
is very evil.
Yes, very nice, very evil. Speaking of very evil. Oh, wait. Hold on. Stick with the rules, man.
I don't like you very much, Patrick. I know where you're going to be on Saturday.
So overall, I dug Raw. Raw was good. You know what wasn't good? I'll tell you all about it because it's time for everybody's favorite portion of the show. It's time for Notes from the Clown Show. Colin. He's a clown.
You don't say.
It's the Clown Show. And why is it the clown? Why is it the Clown Show, you ask? First thing, I'm gonna give them this. They're trying. They're trying to put together good matches.
Just trying my patience is what they're trying.
But please tell me in what world Chris Jericho, the Ayatollah of rock and roller 30 years ago, it's to be beaten by DQ, not pinned, not out wrestled, but beaten by DQ when facing a much younger, more fit, way more violent Tommaso Ciampa.
Huh?
Yeah, they had a match on, I believe it was Dynamite this last week or yesterday, I guess it was.
Okay.
And Ciampa could not get the best of Chris Jericho, won by DQ. What world does a 237-year-old Chris Jericho have to lose by or have to win by DQ against Tommaso Ciampa? I don't.
I'm bugged. I'm boggled by it.
Because it has Chris Jericho. That's why it's the Clown Show. Print the pick of Mike and tape it under a chair on Saturday. Whoever has that chair wins one of the raffles. Patrick, take notes. It's a good idea. Check under your seat. Whoever has LA Mike, you win the raffle. Yeah. It's interesting to me that you use the term boggle.
Okay.
Dave Meltzer.
That guy.
Exactly. Says that it boggles his mind that WWE really hates AEW so much that they would start shows to go head to head. All they're doing is bullying AEW.
Wait. Time out.
I'm quoting the Dave Meltzer.
This is the same AEW that switched to the same night NXT was running.
That wasn't bullying. It was a 5-star decision. So you're getting my point here. Like, how are you gonna? I'll tell you what. We'll go to the number last thing.
Okay.
And just so Dave Meltzer doesn't accuse me of bullying, let me be clear on my problem with AEW. Why do I call it the Clown Show? Why do I say Tony Khan's a clown? I'm a fan of wrestling. I'm a fan of storylines. I've always been a fan of wrestling and storylines. AEW. After I ain't even watching, but
That would be me.
they have a very large, very talented roster. Yeah, I said it. There's a lot of people on that roster that are very talented.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them can you name? Off the top of your head, anybody in the chat, how many people from AEW can you name? I bet it's not as many as you can from WWE.
Darby Allin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, that guy's in WWE now. Okay, I quit.
You see what I'm saying?
I quit.
Let me give you one other thing. Name me any match from the date that it happened.
Winter is Coming 2020. John Moxley versus Kenny Omega.
Okay, cool. There's one. Now, watch this. I'm not going to give you the match. I'm not going to give you who's in the match. I'm going to give you the date and the show.
Okay.
That's it. King of the Ring, 1998.
Hell in a Cell, Undertaker, Mankind.
My point exactly. Immediate. All in Texas, 2025. Name me one match. Exactly. That's my point, though. They don't carry through storylines, and they're starting to get a little better with it. But WWE has figured out how to keep an audience's attention and to make moments like Hell in a Cell, Undertaker and Mick Foley. WrestleMania 3, 1988. WrestleMania 3, 1988. What happened?
Roddy Piper and Mr. T in a boxing match.
Okay. Anything else?
Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
The Slam heard round the world.
See, and that's just giving you a year and a show.
Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
One of the best technical matches ever. But that's my whole thing. I can't stand that they have so much talent with no direction. It bugs me like a lot. That is my problem with AEW. That is why I call it the clown show. That is why I say, Tony Khan, you, sir, are a clown.
What he said.
No, let's talk about something that's not funny. Let's talk about something that's not clowny. Let's talk about some good wrestling.
Let's do it.
This Saturday, Mountain Event Center, Levelland, Texas, Ground Zero Super Show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Wapo, why'd you call it a super show? Because it's a super show. 3 promotions, 1 ring, 9 matches, championships on the line, grudge matches, Falls Count Anywhere matches. It's going to be unlike anything we've had in West Texas in the last 15 years. I'm here for it. I'm very excited for this show. So before we get into the card, before we get into talking about what matches we've got on this show, BCW Texas, Squared Circle Pro, Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101. These are the 3 promotions coming together to put this show on for you. And as big as that is, it's not nearly as big as the reason we're having this show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to turn that over to you. Tell the people why we do what we do.
Well, if anybody has been around, they know that we like to give back to community.
Mm-hmm.
So what we have done is we have taken somebody that's maybe a smaller fish in a pond, which would be anytime there's a major food drive function going on, everything always goes to Lubbock. Everything always goes over to them, and the little people get ignored. So what we did is I searched around, found out that we have a food bank in Levelland itself.
South Plains Rural Health Food Bank.
Yes. And they need help. So I said, self, wouldn't it be a good idea to go ahead and try to do what we can to raise some food, raise some money for this cause?
Do I need to get the button ready? Because I remember what happened last time Self answered you, and this is a family show.
No worries. But we're doing what we can to give food to Leveland because we have just as many, if not more, starving families in Leveland than we do in other places.
And Hockley County.
Yes. So let's do a food drive.
And that's exactly what we're doing. Now check this out. This is kind of cool. So if you show up at Mallard Event Center, which let's face it, you need to show up at the Mallard Event Center this Saturday, and you bring 2 items: canned goods, dry goods, or 3 items: canned goods, dry goods, non-perishables.
Mm-hmm.
You bring 3 items, you get a ticket. For every 3 items, you get a ticket. Don't have the items to bring, still want to participate, not a problem. You can buy tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are these tickets for, you might ask? We are raffling all night. And there are some really cool prizes out there.
It's TKO Autographs.
TKO Autographs is donating an autographed Hulk Hogan 16 by
20.
16 by 20.
It is a picture of Hogan whipping Bundy across the ring in the blue cage.
Yep.
From WrestleMania 2.
Autographed by Hulk Hogan. Another 16 by 20 autographed by the Nature Ric Flair. And a replica, I think it's
a toy replica title
toy
belt.
replica title belt for NXT,
Mm-hmm.
signed by Samoa Joe,
the first 3-time NXT champion.
There are some other people donating as well. There's going to be some signed 8x10s that are going to be out there. Different names that have been in the wrestling business. I've been told that we're going to have a couple of paintings donated, or drawings, excuse me, donated.
That may be next time. We have a lot of Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101 gave me a little bit of insight about some of the things that they're donating. Okay. But we got a lot of stuff that we're going to be giving away.
Well, and we're going to be having the raffles all night. So bring the non-perishables, bring the canned foods, bring the dry goods, and let's feed the South Plains.
Yes.
That's what this show is all about. Now let's talk about the show. Yes, Country Devil Bill Donovan will be there. I tried to stop it, but I can't.
Why? He's contracted. Well, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about that match.
Okay.
There is a bounty on the heads of the squared circle.
Hold on. I've been advised by legal that we have to word this very carefully. It's not a bounty. Because nobody would pay somebody to intentionally hurt somebody. But should something happen to the tag team, Squared Circle Pro Tag Team Champions Los Carnadas, there would be a reward for information about
it. Is that how we're wording this?
I have been told we have to word this very carefully.
Okay.
It's a bounty. It's a bounty.
Call a spade a spade.
It is. It's a bounty. Rick Elsie and the Elsie administration has put a bounty on the tag team champions.
Yes.
I tried to do the right thing. I tried to do the legal thing, but let's call it what it is.
Yeah, let's do it. And Country Devil Bill Donovan said, "Hey, I know 2 guys that I can come up with. They can make this happen."
That's true. It's going to be Miles Journey and the Doc himself, Marcus MD, going up against
Cesar Torres.
Cesar Cholo Torres and JCTO Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be a good match. Like, don't get me wrong, Miles Journey has come a long way from the first time I saw him till right now. He's come a long way, and Marcus MD has always been a very, very prolific wrestler. Like, he doesn't have just this one style. He's explosive. He's calculated. He's technical. He'll go toe to toe and brawl with you.
He is a psychological wrestler.
He is. So they are a good team, and it's going to be tough for Los Carnales to beat them. But let's keep in mind, this is Los Carnales.
Mm-hmm.
They've done this a time or two. They are the wily veterans, if you will.
They've been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah, they've been doing this for a while. So it's going to be a great match. Now, looking at it on paper, just from having watched, looking at it on paper, my first thought would be Carlos the Captains. But when you add in Country Devil Bill Donovan, and you add in the Bounty, that changes things. That makes people do some things they might not do normally. So I'd like to say I've got figured out already who's going to win this one, but I don't.
We'll find out soon enough.
We'll find out Saturday. It's going to be a hell of a match. Country Devil Bill Donovan, Devil's Advocates are a force to be reckoned with. There's something. Let me not say that. They are a force. That group, individually, each of them, very, very talented.
We got Marcus MD,
Miles Journey,
Myers Journey, and Jesse the Kid James.
and don't forget about Sean Lau.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we've got going on there. So, extremely talented.
So that provides me a little bit of a transition. Another Squared Circle Pro match at Ground Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse the Kid James versus Ryan Justice.
These two, I don't know how much you watch socials. I watch them quite a bit. The Squared Circle Pro socials. I watch UCW. I watch Love Crossing 101. These two have been at each other online for months now.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan will say something, Jesse will get right back at him. Jesse will say something, Ryan's right there with a comeback. And they have been at each other, and they've been at each other in the ring as well. I know at a recent BCW show, Jesse and Doc had the ring. Jeb Bingham comes out, and who's his partner? Surprise, it's Ryan Justice. And Jesse spent a lot of that time avoiding getting in the ring with Ryan Justice.
Yes.
Fast forward a little bit, Jesse beat Ryan in Squared Circle Pro.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, these two are they're back and forth. You've got a talented veteran versus a talented up-and-comer.
And who is in the corner of Jesse the Kid James for one night, for this night? Your favorite person.
That guy.
No, not that guy.
Oh, he's not
Your favorite person that has a megaphone.
No. I'm going to say her name. She'll Joe Hendry me again, and I ain't having that.
Because Mr. Elzy declared it that way.
You mean to tell me who's the administration mouthpiece is going to be in Jesse's corner?
Yes. You need to have a talk to Darkside.
You can't say it. You can't say the name. That's why I said the mouthpiece. Look, she's always going to be a factor.
Reason.
So they're high school girls fighting over the same boy. Daryl, justice had a weapon of some kind. The referees need to start learning how to check for that stuff. I can't believe it was allowed. How did you know? You weren't there. I believe some GM bounced your ass to the back. He's, he's talking about there was a weapon.
Yeah. Not your average Mark wrestling podcast.
It is. I agree. It's not your average Mark wrestling podcast.
He shows up in the chat. He has the floor just like everybody else.
So as I started to say, mouthpiece for the say that for Saturday Guapo. Believe me, Teresa, I am. Mouthpiece for the LZ administration, always an X factor. Look, I talk a lot of trash about Paul. I do, because she and I don't get along with her. And she's like mosquito buzzing around me at shows. But she has one of the best minds in West Texas independent wrestling for wrestling and ring psychology. And I will give her that any day of the week.
You talk about your match?
Well, we're not done with this one yet. I don't know if you saw Jesse cut a promo on socials, and I think it may be one of his best to date. And the whole theme of it was, "Do I have your attention now, Ryan Justice?" And I'm interested to see what Ryan has to say to that, because as strong a veteran as Ryan is, it's gotta get under your skin a little bit. Jesse's saying the things, but he's backing the things up. And that's got to get to you a little bit. So I'm interested to see how Ryan deals with that.
Him too.
It's going to be a really good match.
So here's a bigger question: do we get a response promo in the next 2 days?
I don't know.
Or does he let his actions do the talking whenever they step into the squared circle?
That is kind of Ryan Justice's MO, is to do his talking in the ring. So it's gonna be, dare I say, a fight. I don't know that we're gonna break down into technical wrestling, and this one's a little personal. So I'm interested to see that. But you started to ask about another match. Which one?
Well, personal issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is more personal than Brian Rage Rivera versus Baby Samoa?
Not just Brian Rage Rivera versus Baby Samoa, but they're facing each other in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Which means the ring is not the only place that they can fight.
They can fight around the ring. They can fight up the ramp. They can fight in the back. They can go down the street to the RV park. They can fight out anywhere.
I'd rather than not do that.
Yeah,
It's hot outside.
it is. Who you took? Now this one has been building like for a couple of years now. Brian Rage Rivera, Baby Samoa have not seen eye to eye for a couple of years, and every time they get around each other, every time there's the interaction between them, it's a little more brutal every time.
The root of that whole problem was jealousy from Baby Samoa about the fact that when Rage had a new crop of talent come into Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101, he felt like he was forgotten about.
Yep. Appreciate that, Dark Side.
That's pretty cool.
Let me stop you for just a second. Saturday, if I take back my statement about them being, high school girls, I've had that fight in my classroom and had to rearrange and get a couple of new desks. You know, unfortunately, it may come to that. But with Baby Samoa and Brian Rage Rivera, it's very personal, and it's very, at least in the past, it's very violent.
Mm-hmm.
You feel for whoever the referee is going to be.
Me personally, legal informs by that said before this match happens, I need to go and get signatures from them saying that they are responsible if they break anything in that building.
Yeah, and I would. I damn sure would. So let's talk about some other matches that are going on. A lot of pro wrestling has proven themselves over and over again to be one of the premier West Texas schools for wrestling. The talent that they turn out backs that up. The coaching staff that they have there, the amount of knowledge that they're passing on.
The graduates that they have that come from there.
Mm-hmm. We have a few of their matches as well. We have a singles match. Deshaun Banks. Been on kind of one lately. Been losing some matches, been blaming the crowd and everybody but himself. If you hear Mateo Alfeo talk about it. So they're going to step in the ring, and Mateo put it very, very clearly. You can either take responsibility and beat me, you can get laid out and blame it on whoever you want. I like where this is going. First off, let me just say, Mateo Alfeo, he and I have a little bit of a history. You know, he was kind of the spokesperson, the announcer, if you will, for the Carnatics.
Mm-hmm.
I
I do believe you're the one that gave him his name.
Yeah. Well, he's the opposite of Bob. I don't know that I gave him his name, but it's funny how the opposites are there. But I turned the mic over to him so he could introduce the Carnatics. So we've got a little bit of a history. I am so impressed with him, not only in ring, but the confidence level that he has when he gets in the ring. He's got the confidence level and the swag that's befitting a member of Los Carnatics.
Yeah, absolutely. Mateo Alfeo is has been taken under the wing of Los Carnatas and has been taught the ways.
Absolutely. And Deshaun Banks, big dude, lots of power. And he's ready for that win. So that one's going to be really, really good. I'm very interested in how that match turns out. Got a couple other matches from Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101. Mm-hmm. We have got the Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101 Ultra Heritage Championship, the inaugural of that championship. And we've got Tyler Spears versus Nico North. Tyler Spears, I liked watching him wrestle. He's very eclectic in what he does. He's very unpredictable.
He reminds me of a young Bob Holly.
Yes, yes, absolutely. That's a good likeness there. Then you have Nico North. Nico North is better every time I see him. Nico North has the ring psychology that he's already picked up is outstanding. And you see it in every one of his matches. Like I say, it's better every single time I see him in the ring. One of these two guys is going to walk away the very first Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101 Ultra Heritage champion.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the only championship on the line for Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101. In a return match, we don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it.
Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101 championship. Champion Jordan Slade, the iconic Arrogance.
Yes.
Going up against Grandmore G5, Mr. 6'7". The last time these two met, it was brutal. They beat the hell out of each other. And now I saw a message from G5 today. It says this is about revenge. I got you to the very, very top and you turned on me, you stabbed a knife in my back. This is all about revenge. So knowing that, knowing what they did last time they were in the ring together, and knowing for G5, this is about revenge. This is going to be a fight. This is going to be violent. It's going to be a fight. I'm here for it. Jordan Slade, though, he is at the top of his game. That's why he's the Lovely Pro Wrestling 101 champion. He's defended it how many times? I mean, he's
Quite a few.
He's a proven champion. So this one's going to be good.
I will say that I think that Jordan is overlooking G5.
I think so.
I think he's getting too cocky. If you happen to be tuning in to the Texan Tag Team podcast on Tuesday, we talked about it a little bit. There is a wager right now between Houston and Jordan Slade. If Jordan Slade wins, he gets to shave Houston's beard. If G5 wins, Houston gets to shave Jordan Slade's head.
Let's go G5.
And I say this is just a personal thing for me. Okay. I want G5 to win, just because I don't want to see the ugly underneath face.
Don't let him talk to you like that, Houston. Don't let him do that. He's not wrong, but don't let him do that.
So
there's some other championship matches happening here.
Yes, absolutely.
3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Now keep in mind, we've already got the Love It Pro Wrestling 101 Championship on the line. We've got the Love It Pro Wrestling 101 Ultra Heritage Championship on the line. We've got the Squared Circle Pro West Texas Tag Team Championship on the line. Now let's talk some BCW Texas.
Let's do it.
We've got BCW Texas Championship on the line. Emilio Guzman versus Big Sad of the Gorilla Militia. This one's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
I have been talking to Emilio all day, and he is so excited and ready for this.
I want Emilio to win this match. I want him to beat the hell out of Big Sad. For me, Emilio, do it for me.
He's a little biased, if you couldn't tell.
A little bit. Emilio has proven why he is the champion. He has put that belt up against some of the best in the business and still come out with the belt on his shoulder. No question about how good he is as a champion.
Mm-hmm.
Big Sad is something like he's never faced before. Big Sad he's that guy. Like he's there to beat you down and win the match.
Mm-hmm.
The Gorilla Militia said when they came into BCW, they're here for the gold. And so Emilio has a fight unlike any other he's ever had before. But I still think Emilio's got this.
Okay. July 1st, 3 years ago, the Gorilla Militia walked into BCW.
Yeah, I remember.
Ever since that day, however many matches Big Sad has had, he has never had a 3 count put on his shoulders.
He's never been pinned. That's correct. So, Emilio, but Carnal, we need you to handle that. Please, sir. I mean, I really want to be, yes, I'm a little biased, but I think Emilio, if anybody can beat Big Sad, I think it's him. could be the one. So I'm looking forward to that one. We also have BCW Old School Tag Team Championships on the line. And this is getting crazy. So we've got Stage Dive Mafia, that of course being Axel Savage, Riptide.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the Street Fight Academy, represented by Xavier Zamora and Emmanuel Fury. Now these two teams had a match at our last show, and Street Fight Academy was this close to taking those belts. So they have asked to run it back. Stage Dive Mafia has accepted, so we get it again. Can they go that extra little bit and bring the titles home, or do we get Stage Dive Mafia walking away with still holding the gold? It's gonna be a crazy match. The talent in that match alone. Now, this goes farther than just BCW Texas. Like, these guys know each other very well. They've wrestled all over the state.
Actually, all over multiple states.
Yeah. So, I mean, these guys know each other very, very well. So it's going to be interesting. Of course, Stage Dive Mafia, Axel, Rook, they've come in and they've done a good job of putting down a whole lot of our tag teams, a whole lot of BCW.
Red shop.
Absolutely. But now they find themselves in a situation where they're fighting somebody that knows them just as well as they like. I don't know. It's going to be hard for them to pull anything off when the other team knows all their stuff.
Well, basically, with the rules of the Old School Tag Team Championships, you have the limitations that they have where they don't have them everywhere else. You know, I've had to have some talks whenever they won I apologize, I'm getting a little bit excited over this one.
Calm down. Deep breath.
But whenever Stage Dive Mafia won these titles, reprimand them a little bit because they weren't necessarily aware of all the rules on the inside, and they were doing things how they normally do them, and that's not the way the old school.
No, we call them the Old School Tag Team Championships for a reason, because it is old school rules. There's no hot tag. You have to be holding the rope. You get one interference. If you get more than that, you're done.
Well, the interference is considered a warning.
Yeah.
And at that point, you can get disqualified.
Because rules.
Rules are rules. Why we got this next match.
Yeah, this is rules are rules, and you're right. That's why this next match is happening. BCW Texas Southwest Legacy Championship on the line. Damian Blood, the inaugural champion, putting the belt on the line against Franco D'Angelo. Franco D'Angelo is a very large human, and he knows what he's doing. But I don't know that he understands the fight that comes from the last name Blood. I say it that way because Lilith is the same way. Those two they have zero quit in them, period. What's the phrase? They wake up and choose violence. Like, so I don't know that Franco's quite ready for what he's going to get from a Damian Blood.
Well, have you looked at the other side of that coin?
What's that?
Here's a fun fact for you. Franco D'Angelo is the reason why Dr. Death Steve Williams had to quit the business.
Well, yeah, there's that. I was going to leave that out in case Damian's watching. No, look, all joking aside, Franco D'Angelo is a very, very formidable yeah.
English, take 4.
Yes, formidable opponent. And it's going to be a knockdown, drag out between these two, because neither one of them are going to quit until the other one's not moving. So it's going to be wild. And all of this is going down Saturday night here, Legoland, Texas.
Mallet Event Center.
Mallet Event Center. Doors at 5:30, first bell at 6:30. It's on. And I want all of you who can be there to be there. If you're not there, what the hell?
Don't give Reese a hard time. He's got to go do a family thing.
All right, I give you that. I give you that. We're got a little excited about a few things, so we're a little over our time right now, but that is going to do it for us tonight. So, Mike, I'm looking forward to Saturday. Before we get out of here, go ahead and to our people watching, to the people listening, to the wrestling world in general, floor is yours for final thoughts.
So, one thing that's been on my mind.
Okay.
Tuesday was the 30th year anniversary of the birth of the NWO.
Yep.
And now we have such an iconic deal in the wrestling business where we have people out there that are wanting to be part of something just as big.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, where we're at with BCW Texas, we're on the brink of doing something really special.
Yes, we are.
And that's kind of where we're at on this moment. But we got good momentum.
We do. I agree.
And this has taken a village to do. They're behind the scenes. You have no idea what all goes into these things for a 2 to 3 hour event.
Very true.
And I want, before anything else is said, I want you to know that I appreciate everything that you do to help me get these things working to where they need to be.
I'm happy to do it, man. This is bucket list stuff for me. I get to do this. It's not, oh, I got to do. No, I get to do this, and it's exciting for me. So I appreciate the opportunity. Let the devil, Bill Donovan. See you there. Keep your wits about you. Don't want to cross any lines. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see all about that. Some final thoughts from me. Thank you guys for being here. Even you, Country Devil. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this experience and allowing us a platform that we can talk wrestling and we can talk PCW and we can talk WWE and we can even talk clown show. I appreciate everybody who comes in and listens, who watches. Thank you so much. I am so excited for this Saturday. It's called Ground Zero for a reason. This is the start of something big. This is 3 promotions coming together. This is us. This is Squared Circle Pro. This is Lubbock Pro Wrestling 101. And I want to thank both of those promotions for agreeing to be a part of this. I think this is going to be huge, and I hope to see all of you there. Love you guys. But that's our time for tonight. Until next time, which will be tomorrow night, while we do SmackDown Watch Along. And then Saturday night for Ground Zero. I'm Guapo.
I'm Mike Caldwell.
We're not your average marks. We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.